Welcome to the Galaxy Arena in Macau. It is time for us to get straight into the action back again as we launch into the first semi-final between Mima Ito of Japan and Kwaiman of China. This, of course, will be followed by another big one when Hugo Calderano and Wang Chuqin go up against each other. And we're talking about the world number 5 against the world number 2. So very exciting afternoon. Stay with us. Don't go. A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Galaxy Arena in Macau, where it's going to be Mima Ito going up against Kwaiman in the first semi-final, which is the women's, followed by Hugo Calderano and Wang Chuqin. This is a number 2 versus number 5 seed game, and that comes up after the women's encounter. The ITTF Men's and Women's World Cup Macau 2025. It's been a few good days for us. We've come pretty much to the penultimate stage, and in just a little while, the first of the big 4 games today will take place. We're so glad that you could join us, and we are going to get down to the women's table in just a little bit. I do love this the best because it's got shocking pink. Always great to be back in this arena. So many things to look forward to. So Suning Shah will go up against Chen a little later, but let's not forget Ito got the better of her teammate Odo, and Kwaiman came back from 2 games down to defeat Wang Manyu 4-2 to set up the semi-final meet with Mima Ito. Stay with us.
现场的各位，半决赛的第1场比赛即将开始，让我们一起从5倒数，5、4、3、2、1。
Let's welcome the players. World number 9, representing Japan, Mima Ito. Then, world number 7, representing China, Kwaiman.
So let's roll out the red carpet for these 2 beautiful ladies who are 2 of the most lethal paddlers in the women's contest this year. Here's Mima Ito, and she goes up against Kwaiman. Let's not forget that this is going to be a very, very interesting battle. Now, Ito is the world number 9. Kwaiman is the world number 7. They've met on 2 occasions before, and on both those occasions, it's been 1 win apiece. Let's look back. 2023 WTT Star Contender, and that was in Ljubljana, Slovenia. It was Mima Ito, who won that encounter 3-1. Let's not forget, at that point of time, you would have been looking at, well, I would say a pretty young Kwaiman. Here's Kwaiman's efforts, 4 big wins there, including getting the better of her teammate Odo just a while back. And Kuaiman, although she's faced well, counterparts from Hong Kong, from Korea Republic, but the big test, of course, was going up against her very own teammate Wang Manyu. Wang Manyu, the world number 2, Kuaiman, world number 7. But what a performance! And this is where we talk about that thing called how competitive are you during that particular tournament.
For you. And red for
Kirsten Duchatz of Germany will do the toss.
Service. Receive for Ito this side.
So Kuaiman will go with the service. And Mima Ito will go with the side. I do like her. She's 21 years old. She's every bit the girl next door, but yet, what a game she played yesterday. Mima Ito, 24 years old, ranked 9, seeded 9 in the tournament, a right-handed shake hand grip. She too is a wonderful young lady, so different when they're away from the table tennis arena, just regular fun-loving girls, and they all get on so well. Don't forget, just a while back, talking of friendship, we'll tell you a story on that. But yes, Kuaiman, 21 years old, world ranking of 7, seeded 7, left-handed, and good. Table tennis is a very, very different kind of a sport, and we'll talk about that too. Kirsten Duchatz of Germany, she's our main umpire for today, for this match, and she will be assisted by Si Mei Lan of, Si Mei Lan is actually from, just want to confirm that, Hong Kong, absolutely. Just looking at the age of, these two athletes. Kuaiman is 21 years old, and Mima Ito is 24, still very young. Well, she was 2 games down against Wang Manyu yesterday, but she came back beautifully, came back like a seasoned player. And that's where, it really brings to the fore the kind of strengths that you bring to the table, the kind of strengths you bring into a game. So it will be Kuaiman to start off with the service.
Love 1.
The early point here for Mima Ito. She would have watched that game that Kuaiman did play yesterday.
Or
at least highlights of it if she wasn't around while recuperating or training for today. So 1-1 as Kuaiman gets back in.
One, two.
Loves to use the tomahawk, generate a bit of backspin. Mima Ito.
Two all.
Well, good service there. It's 2-2. Kuaiman doing well to win a point from her opponent. Serve.
3-2.
Well, just trying her opponent to drag that a bit faster, a bit harder. That's going to get it out of the table. Very smartly done, actually. Mima Ito knew she just about missed the edge.
3-all.
Well, totally in control of this point, Mima Ito, but the athletic skill of Kuaiman, the ability, to pick that up from the extreme left, well, just tells you a little bit of how far, well, she will go and stretch to get to the finale. 3-all.
Let 3-all.
Similar style of serve, Mima Ito, but many variations within that.
3,
A
4.
lovely return back there from Kwai Man. Very well played, countering that serve. Just got just enough side spin on it.
4 all.
Well, temptation is always the greatest way to win a point. Tempt the opponent. Kwai Man to serve it 4 all.
5, 4.
5-4.
All.
Well played here by the Japanese athlete. And this is where it tends to be different from all the other, well, events we've seen. When you get to this stage of the tournament, it gets so intense.
6, 5.
6-5 now. These two athletes matching each other. Well, point for point.
5, 7.
First time that, well, Mima Ito's got a 2-point lead on her opponent. Seven. Kwai Man gets back in. That expression is priceless from Mima Ito. Oh, just love that.
7 all.
Kwai Man gets back on level terms. Very good shot selection by both ladies, young ladies.
Eight, 7.
There's not too much of flash in that. Well, you know, each of these paddlers does know the other's game. It's quite evident. They've only met on 2 occasions, 1 win apiece.
8 all.
Well, let's not forget that when Mima Ito got the better of Kwai Man would have been barely about 18 or 19 years old. This is different because, you know, in the ITTF ATTU Asian Cup in Shenzhen this year, it was a different story.
9, 8.
It was a 5-game affair where Kwai Man won it. 11-8, 8-11, 13-11, 9-11, 6-11. It was quite an interesting battle. It was a best of 5.
9 all.
We are looking at a best of 7 here. So 9 all. I do love one thing about Mima Ito, though. Her outfit just matches the arena. I didn't even notice it earlier. She just seems to blend into it. And we've also got the scoreline there, which shows the actual match with the game wins. It's also pink. So she's just blended into it.
10, 9.
And game point here for Mima Ito, who's still holding serve. Kwai Man has been able to pull those points away on her opponent's serve many times over.
11, 9.
Well, that's the first game. Well played there, Mima Ito. So it's going to be 11-9 as the Japanese athlete takes the first world game. Smartly played there. Just drawing Kwai Man to go in for that long shot.
而且他是没有，他只他回圈回缩你就行，他当然有别人有气你往前看，气起来没问题的，塞住你就行，知道吗？你说
ここまで持ってってるし、大丈夫大丈夫、絶対合ってくるから。合ってる合ってる。いろんな打ち方できてるし、いろんな待ち方できてるし、相手のバックスイングにもしっかり合わせてるし、ちょっとずつずらしてる。 相手の考えてること、相手の様子、じっくり見て、駆け引きして、じっくりじっくり、ついてってついてって。合ってる合ってる。
Time.
Time to get back in here. Keep in mind the fact that, in case I did forget to tell you, well, the official ball for the event is the
Second
Onwin
game.
R40
Ito to
Plus.
serve. Love all.
And the scoring has been done by T-Bar Grip Europe M. We are going to get into the second game here as Mima Ito will serve.
One love.
First points here. The women's trophy, of course, is the Hummerland Cup. Prize money of 1 million in total.
One all.
1 all now. The show court table, of course, is the DHS Gold Rainbow. On to serve.
1-2.
Mima Ito just drawing her own back. It's been a few quick exchanges between these two. Not too much happening in there in terms of pulling any tricks out of the bag. They are going in for, well, pacey exchanges.
3-1.
And Mima Ito very much like, well, her good teammates, Miwa Harimoto. Like a good teammate, Miwa Harimoto does depend on speed. It's the pace factor for the Japanese that is so important.
Let 3-1. 3-2.
Oh, well done there. Lovely winner there from Kwaiman. And one of the key things, of course, we did forget to include Kwaiman is a left-handed attack, and that battle of the left and right with Mima Ito being a right-hander, oh, always a joy.
2-4.
Just going in for that big forehand here. Just put it out of the table. Mima Ito leads by 2 points. Kwaiman to serve. Looking back at their playing styles, and, you know, Kwaiman herself has very good footwork, versatile stroke play. And that's what she does. There's a bit of variation, tries to disrupt the opponent's rhythm, changes the depth and the placement of her shots, forcing her opponents to react to changes, especially in the speed and the positioning. That's what she does best. She's a very, very intelligent paddler, there's no doubt about it. A very good table tennis mind, if you ask me. Knows exactly what she's doing.
Five, 4.
So as of now, it's 5-4 with Mima Ito to serve. Always a good thing to look at these two in action. I just said this earlier, Kwaiman, really a thinking table tennis player.
4-6.
Mima Ito will draw on another point. It's 4-6 now. Kwaiman once again to serve. Excellent footwork and rhythm there from Kwaiman. So she pulls in a point. Very, very fluid here.
Seven, 5.
7-5. I wouldn't be surprised in the next few years, maybe a year or two, 53 kilometers per hour at winner speed from Mima Ito. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kwaiman actually making that top 5 bracket very soon. You know, to be fair, this has been her highest ranking. Went to number 7 on the 11th of February 2025. She stayed there. It's Mima Ito.
7-6.
A lovely winner. Well, she's caught Mima Ito off guard at that area a couple of times over. Very quick backhand there. And this is where, well, I think Mima Ito will just have to kind of watch that area a little bit to the extreme right.
6-8.
Well, she definitely heard that. All adjustments made, got into position to take it down the right. So 6-8, Kwaiman to serve.
Yeah. 6-9.
Well, the shot letting her down this time. She's had a couple of winners with that backhand.
Ten 6.
The 10-6 game point for Mima Ito.
Let 10-6.
Well, that's a surefire winner. That's going to stay hit there. Mima Ito claims the second one, 11-6. So she flashed that forehand big time. That is such a strong move there. Winner speed of 86 kilometers per hour, and that does it. That's the way you want to finish a game. So 11-9, 11-6, 2 games to the Japanese paddler for now.
Time.
As we get into the third game, a very quick look at Mima Ito. She's been a world number 2, April 2020.
Quite to serve.
Current ranking, of course, she rose. She came back to 9 after dropping in the rankings a little bit on October 2024, and she stayed there right through. She's beat a lot of big players in her time, including champion Liu Shiwen.
1 love.
And former world number 1 Zhu Yiling and world junior champion Qian Tianyi. Now her signature playing style, of course, has lethal shovel serves, fast shot, pimpled backhand punches.
Love 2.
And Kwaiman just getting started. Pretty much of what we saw yesterday. She came in, just dropped those first 2 games, and then what a big difference as she turned things around in the second and the third game. Well, let's hope we see that here today.
1-2.
The 1-2. Just been volleys there. Might have been the top of the net. Well, that one just straight back to Kwaiman.
3-1.
And Kwaiman now with the lead. Does tend to start off a bit slow in most games before she can come back. Change things a bit. The 21-year-old.
4-1.
So that's a 3-point lead now. And Kwaiman doing very, very well. 2-4. Mima Ito back in it here. We'll be very keen on well, making the most of well, this game.
2-5.
Impressive, very impressive from Kwaiman. 2-5.
5-3.
Well, that serving was just waiting to be finished, and Mima Ito accepting it with open arms. Just a little bit of that, well, underspin put in there from, well, Kwaiman. Well played. Well played by the world number 7. Three seven now. It's almost as if Kwaiman loves to read her opponent's game, drops 1 or 2 games, and decides to come back in.
4-7.
0-7. So 8-4. So Mima Ito, I remember in 2020 at the Qatar Open, you know, she had that 4-love win against then reigning champion Ding Ning, who was in the semi-finals. She won the 3rd set 11-love, and the first time a non-Chinese player won a set 11-love against a Chinese player.
9-4.
But this time it's Kwaiman who's pretty much ruling that 3rd game. She's come in with a very, very different approach in this 3rd game. Well, things just not going right here for Mima Ito right now, and you've got to credit Kwaiman for that. She's just turning this game around.
11-4. Game to
That's
Kwai.
the first game to Kwaiman, 11-4. Could we see the tide turning here? Well, that's a big question. So 11-9, 11-6, and then 4-11 for Mima Ito. Kwaiman has taken the first game in this semi-final.
知道吗？啊，谢谢很好，谢很成功的一个回答。啊，接发球说呀，就是打一把没问题，包括这个发球，发球他侧开一把，中间和正手他都拉成这个位置，好吧？不要被他开两个拉两个，就下的没事儿的，啊，都打一样了，就挺好的，知道吗？不要被人家开的很正常，他是着着拍的，你有时候准了他就开上了，啊，但是你始终还是。 接发球也是，因为双有准备，双有更快一点，啊，还是啊，正常，好吧，啊，就不要打两个，不要因为这个球下一个球，好吧，加油啊！
Let's get into the 4th game here. Kwaiman looking a lot stronger here after she came into that 3rd game. It'll be interesting to see, well, how things pan out.
4th game. Ito to serve.
4th game.
Love all.
Mima Ito to serve. Just clearing the surface and her rubber.
Love 1.
Good return there from Kwaiman.
One all.
1-all. Ito just drawing the opponent into that one. Going on to serve.
One, two.
Well, after going toe-to-toe in that first two games, Koiman really dominating the third game. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one pans out.
2-all.
2-all, yeah. Youngman Yu. She fell to Koiman yesterday.
3-2.
Not happy with that move. Koiman. 3-2 now. Mima Ito will serve. Not really entirely behind that return. Don't forget that Koiman just had a good bit of spin on his shots. Does like to rely especially on that reverse spin as much as she can. She's got a strong backhand, very confident forehand. Koiman to serve, 3-4. Look at joy there for Mima Ito. It was just that return. Just kept a light touch on those last two returns.
5-3.
Now 5-3. Mima Ito just finding a rhythm back again.
Let 5-3.
Well, that's the winner. That's the winner, and that would have generated a good amount of speed there. Knew she had to put it down the line to the extreme left of Ito. Very smartly played by Koiman.
4-6.
This time, Ito will hold her own.
Four, 7.
4-7 here. Well, just a few errors here from Koiman as well. He's been, just missing out on the accuracy factor a little bit. Let's not forget that Mima Ito is also beginning to mix it up. He's trying to keep those shots moving slightly higher. So 8-4, 8-5 now. Koiman just fighting back. Remember, Mima Ito, of course, has that very unconventional shot pip rubber on the backhand side, and she uses that, to do those fast returns for serves. Also has a fast, flat forehand smash, and Koiman has been avoiding feeding the ball to her for that. That's exactly what I mean. Also trying to outpace opponent. 7-8 now. Oh, what a battle this is. What a joy to watch these two here. So 8-all. Well, she had a 4-point lead there. And that's just been nullified. Lovely bit of spin on that from Kwai-man. Just a very gentle return. Mima Ito outfoxed here. She will serve. She's always got a smile on her face. Even when she celebrates, oh, she misses a point. (10-8) now. And I think Mima Ito has got a few questions in her mind, but it's Kwai-man who's providing all the answers for the time being. Well, she just goes from being, well, stronger to kind of rock solid with game after game. Game point here for Kwai-man.
10-9.
Well, I'll take this one, says Mima Ito.
Timeout.
That forehand winner smartly done, and I think a timeout taken by Kwai-man. She knows she's got to win this game. It's an important one for her. Few words there from the coach for Kwai-man, and that's so very important. When the coaches see the table, they see the table like the world map. It's just big. They pretty much know exactly, what's going on and what the opponent is actually thinking. And that's where those timeouts play a big part. Kwai-man does have the support of, well, the traveling fans, the Macao supporters. She's a young girl, but she's really, really impressed in these last 2 years.
11-9. Game to Kwai.
That's with the coach. It's 11-9, as she claimed the fourth game. So it's 2 games apiece here in the first semi-final of the ITTF Women's World Cup 2025 in Macau. We are coming at you live from the Galaxy Arena. Don't go anywhere, because this game has just got into high gear. And soon to follow, it's going to be another big one when the men's semi-final kicks in. I think that Mima Ito will have to do a little bit of rethinking here. Because, well, Kwai-man's picking up those crucial points.
Fifth game, Kwai to serve. Love all. Love 1. Two love.
Two love. Mima Ito taking that early lead.
Three love.
Three love this time. Appreciation there from Mima Ito. Well, for her efforts.
Love 4.
Love 4.
Love
Oh,
5.
very well played. Gave herself enough of room to go across for that one. It's love 5 here.
Six love.
6 love. And that's a bagel for Guayman. Hasn't happened before.
Seven love.
Just not getting those shots in. Just a blip there. Came back strong after losing the first 2 games to win the next 2.
Love 8.
That's been a couple of unforced errors. I'm definite that talk with Coach Rui Nakazawa would have definitely had some sort of a effect on what Ito's been doing here. It's love 8. Guayman to serve.
1-8.
And she'll get her first points in. Well, service there from Guayman. A very good comeback from the Chinese paddler. Absolutely wonderful play here. Well, that's footwork. Will get you places. Very good anticipation. Very good returns. 8-2.
8-3.
And this is where Guayman starts well, just pulling out all those few winners. It's 8-3 now. Eight. Well, that's 4 straight points. And Mima Ito cannot afford to let this game get away from her. Well, she had a massive lead here, and I think she's taken the time out. That's the right thing to do. 4 straight points means it is a problem.
Time.
There's one thing you got to keep in mind, and that, of course, is very simple. There are no second chances. You either win this and move to the finale, or you find yourself out of it. Well, for all things said and done, I think we figured one thing out. Kwaiman loves to come from behind. She loves to, find her footwork, her rhythm back again. And 4-9. Kwaiman a bit unsettled there. I think that chat with her coach would have played a part here for Mima Ito. Well played. Perfect effort here from both paddlers. And Kwaiman just showing her skill very, very well. Well, alternating the direction of those strokes, and she's up to 5 points. Mima Ito to serve at 9-5. Can't believe it. Now 9-6, and those points are so crucial. Well, her Chinese opponent is just catching up.
Let 9-6.
Oh, that's the slow winner. No way to get to that. Kwaiman now. Fantastic move here from her. Very well placed. Uses that backhand to good measure. 7-9. That's 8-9. What a difference. It was 8-love, Mima Ito. It's 8-9 now. And game point here for Mima Ito. But I'm not going to put this past Kwaiman. She's done it in the past few games. She can come back from anything. Mima Ito to serve for the 5th game.
11-8.
And that will do it. 11-8. It's been a hard-fought one. So Mima Ito leads by 3 games to 2. Well, very quick forehand from her would have done the trick. Very quickly recap the scores for you. 11-9, 11-6, 4-11, 9-11, 11-8. Mima Ito leads 3 games to 2.
全场一起跟着音乐节奏拍手加油。
やっぱでも挽回するときめっちゃ上手。そこでスイッチ入れるんかいってね。これも駆け引き楽しみながら。今のブロックのとき力入れて。今のボールは何本も返れば返るほど嫌だから。落ち着いてね、落ち着いて。相手カットを芝生なんだよ。
On to the 6th game.
Ito to serve.
And Ito will serve. We knew this was going to be a hard-fought encounter. It was never going to be easy. World number 7 versus world number 9.
One love.
Ito will claim the first point.
Love.
Oh, well placed. Just inside the edge there. She knows she's got to work really hard for this, Mima Ito. She's playing against, well, I think one of the big stars in this tournament in terms of how she's performed and got to the semi-final. Guaiman will serve.
1-2.
We'll go back as it's 1-2.
Let 1-2.
Reserve here for Guaiman. A lovely winner. Lovely winner there from Guaiman. Well, just choosing a spot really, really well. 2-all. Well, that's going to stay put. 3-2. Mima Ito holding her own here on her serve. Well played. Well, both athletes have taken their timeout, the respective timeout, and it's going to be interesting to know. But now it's all left to them to dig deep and come up with the answers, especially if they are stuck in a spot. Guaiman to serve at 2-4. Three-four. High of relief here for the 21-year-old. All. That's the unassuming part of Guaiman. If you look at her expression, she's just kind of she'll keep a straight face right through, except when she's really got a bad shot in. And it's a bit difficult to read her mind, especially when you're up against her. 4-5. Guaiman's coming with the game plan here for this one. Well, that chat with the coach would have done her a lot of good.
Let 4-5.
Ito to serve again. She's got to calm herself down.
Five-all.
5-all. Guaiman still sneaking a point away from Ito's serve. And it's a point back for Mima Ito for 5-6. Just going in for that strong backhand of hers, that just about hits the top of the net. Guaiman. Just trying to go in for that winner, but this time it's the net that plays well against Mima Ito. One of the rare players that uses that shock pip rubber, Mima Ito.
Yeah. 7-6.
Well, just making opponents stretch for that one. Well, terrific placement just beyond the net. And 7-all as Guaiman draws back in You know, those celebrations, you know, by these players when they win a point is such an important thing. You know, some players, well, it's just chole, but often you'll notice that war cry from, you know, Harimoto. Well played. Bit back to opponent. Making it fairly difficult. It's 8-7 here for Kwaiman. Well, really, really good selection of well shot there from her. Oh, what a rally this was turning out to be. It's 8-all now. Absolutely fantastic rally. Gotta credit Ito for that. Well, both paddlers using every bit of the table that they could. And that's just such a strong exchange. Such a flurry of footwork from both these, well, superb athletes.
9-8.
A good bit of power in that drive from Mima Ito. She leads 9-8. I was just talking about celebrations. Tomokazu Harimoto with that huge war cry and that big smile and that giggle from Mima Ito all the time. It can be a bit unnerving, actually, if you're the opponent. And Kwaiman staying in it. Because no matter what you do and how you celebrate, it's not going to affect her. It's 9-all, Kwaiman to serve. But this is such a crucial game. Kwaiman, well, has to win this game to stay in the contest and push it into a decider in that 7th game. Mima Ito's got to think hard here. And game point here for Kwaiman. That was a very, very pacey exchange. Just look at Kwaiman's game and you figure out she's developing to be such a complete player with her stroke selection. And that's it. 11-9. As Kwaiman pushes this game into a decider, which will be, of course, the 7th game. Oh, what an event. What an event. Very quickly, 11-9, 11-6 to Mima Ito, 11-4, 11-9 to Kwaiman, then 11-8 to Mima Ito, and 11-9 to Kwaiman. We are going to get into the last game. Stay with us.
他卸下来这个球，或者说他发球你出来白了这个球吧，他回你白了这个短这个做板圆知道吗？你不一再拉给他，或者快捅下去都行，你不要这个有点短，你知道吗？你就是老够了，把容易好吧？然后看前方，看前方，别老看底，好吧？看着人，盯着他打，好吧？当时就。
でも行くとこは行ってチャンスは作れてるから大丈夫。
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it loud for Game 7. 女士们、先生们，来点掌声欢呼决胜局！
7th game. Kwai to serve. Love all.
Kwai serves, or will serve in the 7th game. This is the big decider.
Love 1.
First points there for Mima Ito.
Love.
To love as Ito will serve.
love.
Mima Ito. She's just kept off from those celebrations.
Let 3 love. Love 4.
Love court. Kwaiman will serve. Don't forget that he was, well, 8 love down in one game where she leveled it and came back to 9-all. Don't put that away from the 21-year-old Chinese paddler. First point in. Just looking to change direction there, Mima Ito. But Kwaiman doing well, and it's Ito who will now serve at 4-2. This is going to be a tough game for certain. Good return from Kwaiman. She pulls a point away from Ito's serve.
Three, 5.
3-5. Kwaiman to serve.
可以啊，终于下来点啊，打比你来会儿啊。
Quick words of encouragement to Kwaiman from a coach. That encouragement's going to work big time. 4-5. It's all about whether Ito can pull another point away from opponent's serve and then hold her own serve. That's going to be so important here. Five all.
有准备就行啊，有准备啊，可以啊。
Well, really powering that through. Mima Ito knows she's got to pull every single bit of skill and every bit of, well, her magic that she's got in that bat out here on the racket. Ito will serve at 6-5. And it's 6-0. Kwaiman.
非常好，非常好啊！大家想清楚啊！上来，挺好啊，看人啊，很好啊！来啊，很好啊！
Profile winner was in control of this one entirely, Mima Ito. Let's not forget that when they met this year in Shenzhen for the Asian Cup qualification 2025, it was a 5-match affair, with Kwaiman winning it.
6-7.
All now. Guaymon's coach going hammer and tongs with his encouragement. What a winner! What a winner! He had that plan in mind. Just went straight for it. Guaymon. Now she's 2 points ahead here. Looking just a bit more relaxed. She's also got a serve. Things just going wrong here for Mima Ito. It could be. Well, Guaymon to sail through to the finale. It's now, well, game point and match point for her. Pretty much it. World number 7 gets the better of the world number 9. Guaymon taking this fight down into a 7-game event, and what a fantastic match it has been. And she sails through to her first finale, where in the World Cup, this night, meets the winner of the next semi-final, and if it's Suning Shah, it's going to be such a battle. I'm going to put it down, earning herself the name as the comeback queen. Yesterday was 2 games down to Wong Manu, came back to win it 4-2. Today she was 2 games down to Mima Ito, and she's come back to win it 4-3. Loses out on points, drops the first 7 or 8 points, comes back to level the score. What a comeback story. Really the comeback queen of table tennis currently, and just 21 years old. So hearty congratulations there to Guaymon, and what a performance from Mima Ito as well. This was such an excellent way to get the semi-finals started. Well, it's just that last game where there's emotions that will run high because you fought so hard for it. Mima Ito will be back. She'll be back next year, as she always is. Up next, it's going to be another big one. We get into the men's semi-finals, and that's probably the match of the day, where you're going to see, just like this was, it was one Chinese player against a non-Chinese player. So Mima Ito, that's the scoreline with Guaymon. Man dropping the first 2, 9-11, 6-11, winning the next 2, 11-4, 11-9, dropped the fifth one, 8-11, came back to win the next 11-9, 11-7. Mima Ito winning 62 points, that's how close it was. Guaymon winning 67, 35 on her own serve for Mima Ito, 39 for Guaymon on her own serve, 27 on opponent serve for Ito, 28 for Guaymon. So this was the first semi-final, a non-Chinese player against a Chinese player. The next one is the same, because it's going to be Hugo Calderano of Brazil facing off with Wang Chuqin of China. And then, of course, it's going to be an all-Chinese semi-final in the women's.
Congratulations on your comeback victory in the match. How did you manage to do it at Guaymon? 恭喜你获得比赛胜利，又是以逆转的方式，你是如何做到的，Guaymon？
我觉得这也是我第一次和伊藤在世界大赛上交手吧，然后他也是奥运冠军、世界冠军吧。我觉得其实，不管在场上出现什么样的比分，其实都很正常吧，也跟我上场其实说的差不多吧。只要球还没落地，比赛还没结束，还是一分分去咬吧。
Actually, this is the first time I have faced Mima Ito on such a major tournament. She is a gold medalist at the Olympics, and she was also a previous world champion. So to me, whatever the score is, I would consider that normal. Although I was behind in the first half of the match, I told myself that as long as the match was not over, I'll go out to strike for every point.
Amazing. So for the first time in the World Cup final, how will you look forward to tomorrow's match? 首次进入到世界杯决赛，你会怎么准备明天的比赛呢？
我觉得还是不管对手是莎姐还是彤姐吧，都还是全力以赴，能把自己的水平发挥出来。
No matter I'm going to face Sun Yingsha or Chen Xingtong next, I aim to put my best foot forward and execute all my abilities.
Congrats again, 快慢，恭喜你，快慢。
好，谢谢。
Ladies and gentlemen, men's singles semifinal， 女士们、先生们，男子单打半决赛。最后5秒，全场一起倒数，准备好，5。 First, let's welcome the world number 5, representing Brazil, Hugo Catarano. And the next, the world number 2, representing China, Wang Chuqi.
Blue, red. Blue, serve. Reverse serve, stress. Fish set. One more.
We've looked at some of the best talents, Kwaiman getting the better of Mima Ito, become the first finalist, and that of course is in the women's. Now it's going to be the men's who will become the first finalist in the men's. We'll find out at the end of this game. It is of course Hugo Calderano up against Wang Chuqin. They've met on a couple of occasions before. It's been a very interesting rivalry between the two. Let's not forget that in all the events that they've played against each other, it has been very interesting because Wang Chuqin and Calderano have met exactly on 5 occasions. Wang Chuqin has won 4 of those. Calderano has won 1. It is, of course, Calderano who'll serve. And I think Wang Chuqin just making sure that that area is clean, because I think that it's a bit wet there. He's got a massive fan following, Wang Chuqin, especially with the ladies, the young ladies. So these 2 lads have, met against each other, as I said, 5 times. And if you just look back in the last few, so the first time that Calderano won was in 2016. Of course, he's 4 years Wang senior. And that was at the Austrian Open World Tour, where he won a 4-2. Ever since then, 2019 ITTF World Tour Hungarian Open, 2022 WTT Star Contender European Summer Series, 2022 World Table Tennis Champions Macao. That was Wang Chuqin again who won. And once again, last year in the main draw on the round of 16, it was Wang Chuqin who got Calderano out of the tournament 4-2. It's the 3rd time they're meeting or the 2nd time they're meeting in the ITTF World Cup consecutively.
That's 1.
Well, just a touch, and he'll accept that, Wang Chuqin. Slow start and a slow winner, but it'll be good enough for him. Calderano.
1-all.
1-all. He goes back in. Wang Chuqin to serve.
One, two.
1-2. The 2-all. Calderano will have to stay at his coolest for this one.
3-2.
The 3-2. Calderano holds his serve there. But don't forget that Wang Chuqin currently sits at 1 spot behind Lin Shidong, and he'll be very eager to reclaim his top position. Will thus play such a complete game as he draws level 3-all. Left hand versus right. That's going to the slog, and finally that change going across, producing the winner for him over Calderano. It's 4-3. Now these are 2 top-level players, world number 2 up against world number 5. They do bring an amount of very, very, high standard of competitiveness to the table. Now that's really what matters. Wang Chuqin to serve at 4-3.
4-all.
4 all.
Four, five.
Wang Chuqin will claim that point. The few quick exchanges. Very fast backhand. It's all about that accuracy factor, being able to get that ball onto the table and play such a different game from Lin Shidong, Wang Chuqin. Two pretty contrasting styles, if you ask me. But here's Calderano. Serves at 4-5.
5-4.
That's Kuna Takahashi. Calderano's close. Looks like she heard me. She's always got a smile for the camera. Well, didn't make it through to the high stages of the tournament. Did fall out yesterday, but she's a wonderful table tennis player. Also very, very close buddy of Adriana Diaz. A long time close buddy of Hugo Calderano. Always there to cheer her mate on. Here's Wang Chuqin serving at 6-5. A lovely flick there from Calderano as he pulls it up to 6-all. Interestingly, in last year's battle, if you look at how this panned out, it was a 3-love straight win for Wang Chuqin, 11-9, 14. Resistance coming from Calderano was in that, that second game. Sorry, that was in 2022. But last year, it was a 6-game affair. And Calderano really fought for that one.
6-7.
6-7. So last year it was 9-11, 11-9, 7-11, 11-4, 11-8, 13-11. And Wang Chuqin had to earn that one.
Pitch during the playing, low fast pitch. 6-7.
So 6-7.
Seven all.
And he holds his own here. It's 7-all. Calderano. Strong forehand there from him. And just Wang Chuqin just beyond his reach. Wasn't entirely well in control of that return. And that net, of course, will work in his favor. Got a very different temperament when he plays, Wang Chuqin. Likes to get on with things fast. Doesn't like to delay too much. Keeps a fairly straight expression. Reminds me a little bit, actually, of Kwaiman. Reminds me a little bit of him. He's just got this very straight expression. Doesn't, except when she's really pulled off a bad shot. Calderano here. Well, just the right amount of turn added to that return. Very well done. It's 8-all. Calderano will serve. Was planning to go in for the slog, but being outfoxed there by that spin. And I think Calderano is just starting to put on his thinking cap as well. A gentle bit of side spin added in. Just had Wang Chuqin fox there for a bit. 9-8. It's a high intensity game, don't forget.
9-all.
Just across the net, but it's 9-all. He's won actually 2 or 3 points like that today. I don't think Wang Chuqin is going to complain. He'll apologize as always. But always try to figure that out. You know, at the end of the day, it's still a 0.1. And the apology of the net, I mean, it's never really your fault to play it off the net, because 9 out of 10 you try doing that and the ball will sail out. But it's just the gentleman's way. So Wang Chuqin serves. Uses a fairly strong forehand there to get the game point. But the whole, well, the home support here, the entire coaching staff as well. So 10-9. Game point, Wang Chuqin.
10-4.
And Calderano will draw levels. Bruno Takahashi also knows the seriousness of this game. And Calderano said it yesterday, you know, you're playing against one of the world's best and one of the world's, well, finest ever players in the last couple of years. It's never going to be easy. And you know what Wang Chuqin is capable of. So he was being humble as well as realistic. Wang Chuqin will draw back here as Calderano gets the ball off the surface. Disadvantage Wang Chuqin, 11-10.
Eleven 10. Eleven 4.
Calderano will save another one there. It's 11-all. Just pulling that to deuce very well, Calderano. Wang Hao with the chair there. Oh, he's a wonderful coach, Wang Hao. Absolutely wonderful. He was a great player in his time as well. Such a lovely lad. Multiple multi-Olympic medalist. Three-time single silver medalist, in the World Cup. He was World Cup champion in 2007, 8, and 10. And there's a lot that he can offer the current team.
12-4.
Calderano will draw back to make it 12-all. Very interestingly, Wang Hao himself played with the pen holders based on a shake hand style. It was a very different kind of grip. He was ranked #1 for 27 consecutive months from October 2007 to December 2009. And in January 2010, he was surpassed by the GOAT, the greatest of all time, as we refer to him now, Ma Long. He reclaimed his world #1 ranking in 2011. Oh, very well played by Calderano. Very well played. Ball just stopping that really nicely. Gets the right amount of spin on that, and that certainly had Wang Chuqin just foxed a tad bit. Well played right into that, the ball #2. And he knows it. Just a bit impulsive there on the return. So game point for Calderano. Wang Chuqin to serve at 12-13. And that's the first game. Calderano will claim it. 14-12. So interesting battle here. Calderano and Wang Chuqin get their semi-final loss to a start. With the Brazilian claiming the first run. A hard-fought win, but there will be a bit of relief. Wang Chuqin, let's find out what he comes back with, and we know what he can do. Stay with us, don't go anywhere, as we continue with the first men's semi-final, the ITTF Men's and Women's World Cup 2025 Macau.
这打法的那个互相处理的也都很好，就是后面已经打场没打下来，在 再一个还这种放高游戏啊，就没关系啊，人再释放一点，还是有点太小心了，有点太紧了啊，轻松一点都可以，该说出速度该出速度，出直线没问题啊，这个他发力全是正的，发力全是正的，他这种支住你中间这块儿，只要往你正发力，这个是啊，没关系，挺好，挺好，挺好。
Same game. Wang Chuxin to serve. Love all.
On to the second game. Wang Chuxin will serve.
1 love.
Valderrama gets that out.
Love 2.
Love 2. Reigning Olympic gold medalist. Also won the men's singles titles at the WTT finals in 22, 23 and 24. The reigning men's singles champion of the Singapore Smash and Saudi Smash. Well, he was till Lin Shidong won it at the Singapore Smash this year.
1
Oh, well played by Calderano. Very interestingly, of course, well, Wang Chuqing does use the DHS W968 and the DHS Hurricane 3 National Blue Sponge.
2-4.
Calderano, well-placed winner there. And that's for his well, black forehand rubber. The backhand rubber, which is a red, is the DHS Hurricane 8. Highest ranking was, he was ranked 1 for July 2023. A bit of net play, and that's worked in favor of Wang Chuqing. But this year, 11th February 2025, his ranking changed to 2 after Lin Shidong took that top spot. Very interestingly, even though Lin Shidong may claim the top spot, 70 kilometers per hour, that winner speed. Don't forget that we had one earlier from Mima Ito that went at 86 kilometers per hour, and that was a flash of lightning. Calderano to serve at 2-4. Well, that goes up to 5 points here. Won the WTT champions in Chongqing earlier this year. Also in February, although he may have missed out on that world #1 ranking, he won the WTT Singapore Smash in the men's doubles with his mate Lin Shidong. A few days later, won the Asian Cup. Wang Hao knows that Wang Chuqing is on a roll in this one, now 4 points ahead. Coming with a change of game plan, there's no doubt about it. So with good footwork from these two lads, they're both fairly tall. Valderrama himself can cover a good bit of area. Very athletic, these two lads. Wang Chuqing will serve at 6-3. Let's make that 7-3. Wang Chuqing is beginning to look a lot stronger in this particular game. Well, in the first one, Calderano, well, taking that one down to the wire. But Calderano's got to figure a way back up here. It's 5 points behind.
8-4.
Talk about that return. Very well done here by the Brazilian. Played that straight back. That was a fast one, absolutely fast return. Lovely forehand flick there. Wang Chuqin not taken by the pace of that attack, but just upset with himself. He'll serve at 8-4. Quick apology, but that's never going to matter when you are 5 points ahead of your opponent. Calderano now in a spot of trouble as Wang Chuqin gets ready to take this game. It's game point for Wang. And Calderano, quick fire exchanges will get you everywhere. It's strange when you look at Calderano and he, you know, being from the Americas, well, his style of play is so much like many of the Chinese players. And that's a quick finish. Let's not delay it longer, says Wang Chuqin, as he'll take the second game. So it's 1 game all, and Wang Hao has a bit of appreciation for him. Definitely got a few words in there for the world number 2. And, you know, I absolutely love Wang Hao, you know, kind of wisdom, mentoring that he brings to, you know, the table every time he comes here. Let's very quickly look at the scores. It's 14-12 for Calderano, Wang Chuqin 11-5 in the second game.
除非打像10比5那球全打穿去了，够不着了，正常人根本拉不穿你。你的正手一定不能大死，就是保持连续性速度。就白手也是，该给的有时候给直线，给哪儿都可以。他推这么远，你看哪个能拉穿你？没有人拉穿你，人往前顶一下，包括自己的发球也非常好啊。这种一定要改，接发球时能上手先上手，完了就不准我再反正主动，一定要从高度展现他的，他实际心态就扑了一下，我喜欢还可以，但是真拿到这个特点没有什么，看似很大力，吃过来很轻的啊，拉不长你，知道这个意思啊，很好很好啊，哇！
The mind of a table tennis coach works very differently from the mind of other sport coaches, even from lawn tennis. And that's because the speed of thought, your reflexes, are so much faster than any other sport. Because the ball travels really fast. The entire, you know, platform that you're playing on is so small compared to the others. And it's so very important. Calderano will serve, of course, in the third game. Just powering that one through. Just mixing it up a little bit. New mixed spin always makes a difference. Wang, of course, known for that powerful forehand, can really go with the slog. It's a powerful top spin. That'll get him a winner most times. And Calderano not want to be put away by that backhand of his. Chops it, brings the face down, and then that quick fire forehand. So many winners on that fastest forehand of his. Just generates an amazing amount of topspin and speed. Wang Chuqin leads 3-love.
1-3.
Calderano back among the points. Let's not forget that Calderano in the past has taken down some of the biggest guns in table tennis from China.
1-4.
4.
He is a player that commands respect, but here today, Wang Chuqin on a mission. Loves to stretch. That stretch shot of his is always, well, such a key weapon for Wang Chuqin. Here's Calderano, 1-4.
4-2.
And Calderano is just going to have to play this game back to his opponent, 4-2. Can make out that both players need to slog for this one. It's not going to be an easy win for either. Very, very precious points here now for the Brazilian. Wang Chuqin will serve at 4-3. That's definitely got to be a point here for Wang Chuqin, with that ball coming straight off the edge of Calderano's racket. That's one for the sky. 3-5. It's going to be another winner. Not too much of strength needed for that one. Wang Chuqin just doing what is right. That backhand flick and that winner speed of 79 kilometers. Well, that's what we often talk about. You know, that forehand topspin can be so powerful from him, and you can make out the slog when he moves at it. And most of the winners do come from that. It's now 7-3. I think Calderano has got to find a way to avoid feeding that ball to his forehand. But Wang Chuqin can create those opportunities and give him space. Anticipate, you know, the opponent's return and set himself up.
7-4.
7-4 here. We talk of that, you know, deceptive backhand flick, and that deceptive and that really, really strong banana backhand of Wang Chuqin. Let's not forget, well, Calderano hasn't used his 200 backhand.
4-8.
The 4-8. Calderano has got this ability to create a bit of space, move back from the table, drive his opponent to do the same. He does like rallies from a distance rather than playing up close right next to the net. You know, a player like Lin Shidong, it's very interesting to watch him, where he loves to play up front. Oh, that's such a glorious backhand flick there.
4-9.
There's no coming back from that. It's now 4-9. Calderano still on serve. And that's going to be game point once again. Second consecutive game where Wang Chuqin now is at 10-4. Second game point consecutively. Oh, well done there by Calderano. Knew he had to change that up, get a bit more turn on that bounce. Still fighting fit and fighting hard to stay in this game. He doesn't want to drop the second game here consecutively. It's a battle of wits between these two. World number 2, world number 5. And he'll accept it.
11-6.
No need to slog for that win. 11-6 as Wang Chuqin wins the third game. So now it's 2-1 in the overall scoreline. Stay with us, don't go anywhere, as the men's semi-final continues right here at the Galaxy Arena. This is the ITTF Men's and Women's World Cup semi-finals on today.
最主要就是要卡位，还有一个就是拿球直线也好，或者是这个正确性防止还是过来抱牛这个把这个点给它封死，卡住它之后，完了再转这个。
Mantenha a tua intensidade, teu foco, que uma hora ele vai baixar um pouquinho também, aí a gente volta a pressionar.
First game, Wang Chuxin to serve. Level.
Chuxin to serve to start proceedings in the fourth game. Leads 2-1. Oh, just stretching Calderano there.
1-0.
That's what he loves to do. It's just those quick exchanges, thrives on them. He picks the first point. He's all fired up here today, that's for certain. Oh, lovely return. Calderano will have a good play here. Lovely return. That was a real slugger that came in from, well, Wang Chuxin. Well, that forehand, didn't think it was going to come back, but well done. 1-1. This time,
1-2.
will claim the point. 1-2. And Wang Hao, deep appreciation there for that winner from Wang Chuxin. A gentle backhand there. Oh, lovely flick. The turn. And that's a winner. That's an absolute winner. It's that deceptive backhand flick that, oh, it just works beautifully every time. One thing is for certain. Wang Chuxin now looks like he's got the upper hand. Calderano will take the timeout, much needed. He's a very interesting lad, Hugo Calderano. First, athlete from the Americas to be ranked in the top 10 in table tennis. Brazil on the table tennis map. And then, of course, he's got Runa Takahashi and the women's side has done pretty much that as well, along with a few other teammates. Oh, well played. That's replied through Wang Chuchin's style, actually. Calderano now really stretching himself all over. And that's the kind of play that you find from, the Chinese, athlete or the world number 2. So 2-4. Sure, his coach would have had a few good words for him. Bits of advice that are so important. And it's those quick exchanges that Wang Chuchin comes up with, and you've got to play that game back to him. But remember, that's also the part that he thrives on. Will read into your game soon enough. And Wang Chuchin now leads 5-3. He's, been a subject of much, online content, Wang Chuchin, and there's a reason for it. He's got a huge fan following, especially among, the younger, ladies. Here it goes to 5-3.
Next. 5-3.
But that's not the reason. Often people, kind of misread him for what he is. Well, I must say this, Calderano was just pulling the carpet out from Wang Chuchin's feet for that one for a bit. But ultimately, it is the world number 2 who reigns supreme. That finish is just phenomenal. Was in control of this rally entirely. Straight off the edge there, and that pretty much did it. Quick apology. I was just saying that a lot of, the press and a lot of the, global table tennis following kind of misread this young lad very often, and that's actually not fair to him. Oh, service there from Wang Chuchin. And the real reason being is that he's not really, social media friendly. He's very quiet and reserved. And he said it too. He prefers, solitude, spends time with very, very close friends, and there are very few of them. He loves spending time with them. And like every athlete, every sports person, you always have a default sport. For Wang Chuchin, it is playing pool and snooker. He's a huge fan of Ronnie O'Sullivan, who's, that snooker champion.
8-4.
8-4 now. Calderano is fighting back. And often when players are reserved, or athletes are reserved, and not, social media hogs, you tend to kind of misread them. So Wang Chuchin just one of those reserved players. Calderano, that's social media friendly. He's got tons of friends. Quadriorana, that's the next level of, how many friends you can have. So each athlete brings a different, persona to the game. And Calderano will earn the fruits of his labor here. As Wang Chuchin was just knocked to the top of the net. It certainly looked like it was going to be a bit of a longer rally.
Timeout.
Calderano just switching that up a little bit. And Wang Chuchin's taken a timeout. I think he doesn't want to lose track of this game. He wants to win this game. Stay with us.
他在这个位置上，他这么发力球过来，要在你基本位置站住，他拉的球你拉的高点，除非他打成赵文展平时那俩球，打成那样没办法，那没事，肯定是会打成那样，有两个是打成这样，就把你发球在他里面。个个都这样，所以你要不可能个个都这样，对吧？自己把自己就会想好就打球，想好就打，他要是发球有自己能上的还要上的，那我就这样扔一个，等你这种是有摆半高，我自己不要，我上你能，上来你能这么球有点舒服，行，过来，好，哎。
Well, Quick words from Wang Hao, and I'm sure
5.
they are very, very words of gold, or worth their weight in gold. To Wang Chuqin, remember he's 2 games ahead. If he claims this game, gets 1 foot across into the finals. Calderano on 5, Wang Chuqin on 8, Wang to serve.
5-9.
5-9.
Six, 9.
Calderano fighting back.
Ten, 6.
The game point here for Wang Chuqin. And this could be trouble for Calderano if Wang takes this game.
10, 7.
Calderano heard that, pulls it to 7. Well played there. But don't forget that he's one of the best talents in table tennis that we've had in the last few years. He's just been such a strong player, Hugo Calderano. But Wang Chuqin knows he's still just a point away from claiming this game point again. And that's it. 11-7 as he claims the 3rd game. Wang Chuqin. 3 games to 1, and it's going to be a tough battle here.
他在这种发球的时候，无论是发高抛还是发球，除非是感觉就是习惯了，不会。正常像文敏、金坚宁都没问题的，拧完以后后面自己衔接就行了，是吧？他现在就是唯独就是破坏你有可能会弹出来，无法，完了就是现在变成小低抛了，完了再加一个就纯不断的这种，是吧？完了之后有可能长的这个输入长的这样，那正经就这质量，就这质量了。 啊，你能把质量给完全估出来了，除非就是打了你反台这种，偶尔1、2个出你身，超出你身体，超不出你就这种，根本拉不开你，所以把这个位置解决。啊，
máximo que eu sinto confortável também não vou.
É, não, tá. Vamos manter o foco, manter a intensidade, dá pra virar, vamos lá, vamos lá.
Fifth game, has a 1-0 to serve.
So here we get into the 5th game. Calderano will serve.
Last 1.
So Wang Chuqin claims, well, the first point, and he'll look to win this game to make it clean as ever. And that's 2 straight points in a row. He knows how difficult and it could be against Calderano. Remember that they met earlier, and it was last year, and it was a 6-game affair. If he can finish it in 5 here, now that matters to him. You don't see that celebration unless he's up against a very tough opponent. Oh, beautifully done by Calderano. Surefire winner with that backhand. Well, did go across and did extremely well. And I think that that's going to be important. Calderano's got to fight as hard as he can if he wants to stay in it on course to the finals. Wang Chuqin serves at 2-1. And once again, Calderano going into the strong forehand. Rina Takahashi will applaud. No smiles for the camera this time, because this is a very, very serious game. First semi-finals in the ITTF Men's World Cup 2025 in Macau.
3-2.
And that's what I do love about the Brazilian. The ability to come from behind, to play as strong as you can, to play to your strengths. Both these lads, such a delight to watch, such a delight.
2-4.
The 2-4. Two points behind in this game.
Two, 5.
Well done there by Calderano. Terrific angle from the Brazilian. Wang Chuqin now just looking for a few answers that Calderano, well, has put forward questions for. And I think it's going to be very, very challenging here. Well, Wang Chuqin dominating that, but creative play from Calderano. That's what he's known for, isn't he? He can be very creative on his day. A lovely turn there of the racket. That I think Wang Chuqin just reading the turn of that ball extremely well.
Six, 3.
6-3. Calderano still holding the lead here. And that's a quick disposal. It didn't work too long for that, and Wang knows that too. He'll appreciate that. That was good play by Calderano. Just swatted that one back. Caught Wang Chuqin off guard, and he knows it. Wasn't anticipating that return. It's 3-7 as Chuqin will serve. Oh, that's absolutely stunning play there from Calderano. Will apologize for the net, but well, he's just beginning to now do as much as he can, trying to create as many different variations possible, you know, for this event.
9-3.
Quick flip back, but going to be Calderano. 6 points ahead in this game. Well, keep it towards the center, and it might work for you, and that's exactly what Wang Chuqin does. So now it's a 9-4. Well, Calderano will have to take advantage of this moment. If he lets this game get away from him, well, that's pretty much, he's out of the tournament.
Five, 9.
So 5-9, and that's exactly what I was talking about.
Five, 10.
Game point here for Calderano. He has to make the most of it.
Ten, 6.
The 10-6. Then a few quick points here. No chance for a timeout as well. 7 now for Wang Chuqin. Still game point for Calderano, and Calderano will have to, well, move really fast if he is to do, or to make a fight of this one. He's got to win this game to stay in the contest.
11-7.
And 11-7, Calderano will live to see another game here. It's 3-2, and it'll only get more exciting than this fantastic performance from the Brazilian as he comes from behind here. So it's 2-2, Hugo Calderano, and 3-1. Let's recap the scores for you. And for Calderano, it was 14-12, 5-11, 6-11, 7-11, 11-7. Stay with us, don't go anywhere, as this exciting semi-final in the men's section continues in just a little.
Sixth game, Wang Chuxin to serve. Level.
Sixth game, Wang Chuxin will serve. Well, that's a fine way to get started. That is a fine way to get started. Just got that ability to drive that forehand. It's such a pitch-perfect forehand with a top spin. And 2-love here, Wang Hao will keep his lad motivated.
One, two.
Calderano fighting back.
Two all.
2-all.
Two, three.
Interesting here, Calderano. Really bringing on the action, and I think it's a good thing because that's what's needed here. He's got to really take this game back to Wang Chuxin. He has to win this game.
4-2.
Well played there. Clear winner there from Hugo Calderano. It's 4-2 now. Just a gentle jab back, and then that forehand straight back to him. Well played by Wang Chuxin.
4-3.
So important to select your shots, position them properly.
Three, 5.
3-5. Calderano has to keep his cool here. He has to, well, try
and stay in the running. To 3-6. And if he can keep this momentum going, Hugo Calderano, he's on to something. He's got to push this into a 7-game affair. It's already 5 games done. Calderano winning 2, Wang Chuqin 3. Oh, well played there, Calderano. Often for spins, takes off the pace on that exchange entirely. And sometimes you've just got to do that. There's a heavy bit of mixed spin in there earlier. And sometimes it's those moves will earn you winners. You've got to get creative, and that's what he's really doing when you're up against somebody who can outpace you. You feed that ball to Wang Chuqin's forehand. And I think Calderano just trying to avoid that for most times, but how often can you do it? Just that flash of that hand will pretty much tell you he was ready for the next one. It's going to be 4-8. Service there from Calderano earlier. Well, the previous game going down to the wire, and looks like this one will as well. Wang Chuqin says, let's see about that. So it's 5-8 here. Calderano has to keep his nerve for this one. Oh, well done there. Lovely winner from Calderano. And just catching, well, the world number 2 off guard. Positioning that beautifully. I think Wang was actually planning to move to the left.
Yes. 9-5.
Service again from Calderano at 9-5. So let's make that game point. And this could be, well, a really, really crucial one for Hugo Calderano. Because if he can push this down to the 7th game, it's going to be a thrilling end to this match. And that's going to work Calderano's way.
11-5.
That's just got to be a silver lining there, straight off the edge. As he claims it, it's now 3 games all. Oh, what a way to finish this. And had that ball landed in on the table and not on the edge, I'm sure Wang Chuqin would have really gone in for the kill. Here he was getting ready, and that just caught him off guard. So Calderano will take it. In a game like this, you take every little, well, bit of luck you get. So 14-12, 5-11, 6-11, 7-11, 11-7, 11-5. So what an event this is turning out to be. 6 games done, 1 more game to go. Stay with us.
避免这个再一个勾手要发，有发力，还有再一个真把握一个，他是给他拖了我，轻易不点长，长这个盯着本死，那我回头他中间防守点都可以中后点，那轻易往哪回，回到以后后面自己还有2条线，包括这个发球里头，他要可能给我中间回头，他也要加点火，你要听我站在中间这么为啥？可以一个问题没问题，没问题啊，谢谢啊。
Calderano should serve. Love ball.
Calderano will serve for the 7th and final game in the first semi-finals of the men's. Profile winner there from Wang Chu-chin. Just forget to mention our umpires for today. I always call them the unsung heroes. It's Chan Chi-wai of Hong Kong is the main umpire, and Lai Siu-chung also of Hong Kong, who's the assistant. And Wang Hao with appreciation there. I think that would have been the ploy from Wang Hao earlier to try and catch Calderano off guard, because he's very strong in those areas when he can anticipate those shots. It's 1-1 now.
One, two.
1-2. We had a fantastic semi-final in the women's. Now in the men's also, it's just turning out to be such a battle. And it really has to be like this. You never want to see one-sided affairs. Games that go down to the wire. Oh, well finished. Well finished there, and appreciation from the entire Chinese contingent. And I think just a slight loss in, not in confidence, but just along the way for Wang Chu-chin. Dropped the first game, won the next 3 games, and then, of course, dropped 2 games. And I think, Wang Hao really helping him just find that rhythm back again, which he had in that second, third, and fourth game. And he's come back looking a lot stronger in this one. So Calderano's got a fight on hand. 2-3. Chopped well and just got Calderano to slash that away. That's not play from Wang Chu-chin. This is going to be interesting because Calderano's got to be very careful now. It's 4-2. Oh, that's a lovely winner from Diego Calderano. Powerful forehand. That would have gained a good bit of speed. Lovely acceleration there on that.
Four.
The ball. Not too happy with his service there. Wang Chu-chin.
Five, four.
And Calderano now just adding a bit of variation that is so important. So very important here when you're playing the world number 2. Well, all said and done, he was the world number 1 for quite a long period of time. And, he's such an amazing talent to watch in action, Wang Chu-chin.
5-4.
So many singles titles to his credit. Extremely hardworking, very talented. Straight off the edge for Calderano, and it's 5-all. Forgot to mention Calderano, of course. Don't forget last year in the Chongqing WTT champions defeated Liang Jinkung in the quarterfinals, and that's when Liang was pretty much at the peak of his game. He's also defeated China's Fan Zhendong twice in the 2018 ITTF World Tour and at the 2024 WTT champions. He can hold his own, but left to be seen today whether Wang Chu-chin will reign supreme. Oh, that powerful forehand winner. 3 shots in a row, just a bit too much there for the Brazilian. It's now 6-5.
6-5.
really drives that nice and hard. And that's 2 points ahead. It's 5-7 now as Calderano will serve. Calderano will have to be very, very cautious with his moves here.
Let's
take that 6-7. Calderano using his footwork to advantage here as well. And that's 7-all. Wang Chuqin can't believe that mistake. Not something that he was expecting. But while we get on with this game, let's also remind you that we've got another big game coming up when Sun Ying-cha of China will face off with Chen Xingtong of China in the next semi-final that happens in the evening. And then we've got the world number 1 Lin Shidong up against his teammate Lian Jingkung. Oh, well played. Well played. Perfect change of direction there from Hugo Calderano. Well, he's just made Wang Chuqin sweat a little bit for this one. Extremely well played. Well, we had 6 strong games. And the 7th game is also turning out to be a battle. Wang Chuqin serves at 7-8. Let's make that 8-all. Serve, receive, and execute the finish. Wang Chuqin is not going to give up on this. Not after getting this far, missed out on it last year, and Wang Hao can see that fighting spirit from his lad. Calderano serves at 8-all. Oh, lovely return from Calderano. Anticipated that flick from Wang Chuqin. Very good return. Oh, lightning reflexes there from the Brazilian. So 9-8. And just looking at those speeds, we're looking at the speed of serve, well, his return, Hugo Calderano now, of course, the acceleration has been pretty strong for him. But it is Wang who'll draw level 9-all. Wang Chuqin, he's got young fans too. Or you can tell by those voices. And that's game point for Wang Chuqin. Oh, this is so important here now. Because he will want to hold on, but Calderano knows that he's got to fight to stay in it. And he brings to the deuce. Well done by Calderano. Never say die. Oh, this match has got to be special. It's not only gone down to a 7-game affair, but in the 7th game, it's gone to that tiebreaker. Deuce here back again. Calderano will serve. And Calderano takes the advantage. Will hold his serve here. Takahashi's on her feet. She knows how important this moment it is.
70 kilometers per hour, that winner speed certainly powered that one through. So Wang Chuqin serves at 10-11. Calderano now on match point. Hugo Calderano has just upset the world number 2.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
the final of the ITTF Men's World Cup 2025. And that's going to be very interesting because you're going to have one Chinese player in the final. It could be Lin Xidong or Liang Jinkung. But Wang Chuqin, well, upset here today. It's been, and he knows he's lost to a very, very deserving opponent, Bruno Takahashi, flashing that big smile. What an event from Hugo Calderano. You've got to really take your hat off to him. He's worked hard right through this tournament, and right here going up against the world number 2. What a performance. Pulled out every single bit of skill, every shot he had in the bag, every bit of variation. Got extremely creative in those last 3 games after dropping the second, third and fourth game. It's been a huge comeback from Calderano, and Wang Chuqin knows for certain he couldn't have gone down to a better opponent here today. Very, very deserving. As I said, Calderano always, well, you know, so good with the crowd, and that's Bruno Takahashi, well, to be fair, his girlfriend. So she supported him right through, and he does support her as well, and that's his longtime coach, Rene. The man responsible for not only his well, development as a table tennis player over 10 years, but also for the development of Simon Gauzy. So, and Gauzy and Calderano, very good friends. So that was pretty much it for the afternoon session. There was Jean-René Moni, who he went and hugged up to Takahashi. Has been with him for 10 years now as his personal coach. So just looking back at that win, and he cannot believe it himself, Calderano. Worked hard for it, but he finally got it through. And Takahashi couldn't be happier for him. So let's very quickly remind you, we've got 2 semifinals coming up in the evening, and that's when, of course, it's going to be a big one between the world number 1, Sun Ying-Shao, and the women's going up against Sun Qingtong, and then the world number 1, Lin Xidong, and the men's goes up against Liang Jinkung. So, fantastic event. We do hope you've enjoyed our coverage of this. What a moment here for Hugo Calderano as he gets into the final. Could he become the world champion, or as in win this championship? Let's find out. So that's the final score: 14-12, 5-11, 6-11, 7-11, and then that big comeback from Calderano: 11-7, 11-5, and 12-10. Thank you so much for sharing the action of this encounter with us. Here, of course, is Calderano winning 66 points, Wang Chuqin winning 67, 31 on own serve, 35 by Calderano on opponent serve, 36 by Wang Chuqin. Let me remind you, it's only those few mistakes by Wang Chuqin towards the end and those winners from Calderano that did the trick. But for all things said and done, Wang Chuqin did hold the edge for a lot of the game. So we'll be back with you in just a little while from now, maybe in about a little over 2 hours, when we get into the next 2 semifinals. For now, it's time for me to shut shop for a bit, and I'll join you back later, leaving you with the best moments of this game.
Hugo, congratulations on making to the final. So how did you manage to win in the decisive game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a crazy match. I was down 3-1. I started really strong with the first set, 14-12, and then he started to play really great. I had no chance for 3 sets, and then I think I started to play a bit better, maybe made some tactical adjustments. I was focused throughout the match the whole way, and I think that was the key also in the end to win the decider.
Very good. So how will you view tomorrow's final?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my opponent. I'll watch their match tonight, and of course it's an honor to play a World Cup final. I mean, I think it's. I'll just try to enjoy the match. Of course, try my best. I hope I can win the title. That would be amazing. But I think above all, I'll try to enjoy and play as best as I can.
Congrats again. Thank you, Hugo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen,